Okay, so can I just be honest with you? I still don't really know what I want my voice to be here on YouTube. I know that I want to make really unique and beautiful and creative videos that challenge myself to do things I've never seen before. I know I want to do that. But you know what's easier? Freelance work. You know what's hard? Searching for that creativity inside of me and exploring the fact that most of my ideas won't end up the way they start and getting uncomfortable in that process. That's hard. But I really want it. And, you know when you just get in your own way? Do you know for the last 3 years on this platform, I have met hundreds of people who have come up to me and told me, Jordyn, whatever you're doing is a really good thing, and I need you to not stop doing it. I've heard that from people who are just like me. I've heard that from people who know nothing about filmmaking. I've heard that from people's moms. I get that as random text messages from people that are just acquaintances of mine. And you know what I've been doing? Freelance work. You know what I haven't been doing? I think you can guess. As to my inconsistency on this platform. But I'm here. And you know what a goal is of mine this year? Whether or not you're gonna see me achieve it, maybe this is just for me. But my goal is to put my effort here. Into this community, onto this platform, and to just try it out. To invite you into this journey of me not letting things stop me and just being here in this creative process for you to see. Alright, well, I don't even really know what I just said. You know when you just speak from the heart and then you're like, what did I actually articulate out of here to there? So I'll find out once I go back and edit this video. But the purpose of this video is to share an update with you guys. I'm going to share where I've been the last 6 months and just give you guys the update. For those of you who have been so kind to stick around and have been asking, Jordyn, where's the YouTube videos? I'm here to let you know what I've been up to. And as always, I just want to say I don't share updates like this for you to look at me and be like, wow, look at all the amazing things she does. I've been told over and over again by you guys that for some reason watching my process and hearing about the things I've done is super impactful for you and inspires you. And a little bit on inspiration, by the way, I hope that if anything that I express does inspire you, I want to encourage you to just take action. Because inspiration should never be your key motivator to go do what you want to do. Because inspiration, it might come, but if you don't act on it then you're going to be looking for your next bout of inspiration and you're going to wonder why you're never creating videos or doing what you want to do because you wait for inspiration. But often when you receive the inspiration, you don't have the ability to act on it in that moment, and then it just kind of never happens. So I just want to encourage you that, like, if you watch this video and you're like really excited to go do something, why don't you take just the smallest step into going and doing that thing instead of just thinking about the fact that it inspired you? Because I need to do that. What I'm doing right now in this video is I wanted to make this really entertaining. I wanted to set up a ton of different angles and make this video super engaging, but the truth is I don't have the time to do that. And that was really close to stopping me from making this video. And instead, I'm sitting in one location, I'm talking to you, speaking without much of a plan. And you know what? This is better that it's out there than me never making the video, because it is definitely far from the standard I would have set for myself for this type of video. So just go do it. Go take that little step. If that's the encouragement you need, it's here for you now. Alright, well, with all that being said, here's a little recap of what I've been up to for this past year. In the first 4 months of this year, I was on 14 different flights. I've been traveling like crazy this year, and most of it was not planned. They've been projects that have just come out of nowhere, but really exciting projects. So let's start with January. I'm from Las Vegas. I was down in Las Vegas visiting family. I actually got to go to Disneyland. That was a lot of fun. Evan and I were actually traveling together, and it's quite funny dating another person within this career, because if I was worried about not being a light packer, now there's 2 of us. During the holidays and the beginning of the year, I was cutting out hundreds of roses for this catalog for a client that I work for. You might not know it, but I also do graphic design work here and there. That's what I got my degree in. Came right back to Oregon and I did an engagement shoot, which was fun. And then a key highlight that I'm super excited to talk about. I had a project pop up out of nowhere that is pretty much my dream project. A guy named Mark Appel reached out to me on Instagram. I looked at the message. He's pretty much like, hey, I'm traveling around in a van right now. I have this story I want to tell. Could you film it? Literally got on a FaceTime call with him. A few days later, he's like, can you meet me in Yosemite? I'm like, I don't know, that sounds insane. Evan was about to leave and go back to Hawaii, and I was like, you want to go to Yosemite with me? Expecting him to be like, no, that's a lot. And he was like, sure. So that day, booked my flights. A few days later, we were in Yosemite filming pretty much my dream project. We got a lot of behind the scenes content from that trip. The filmmaker hitchhiker. And I'll probably make a video out of that, but I won't be making it until I release the final product, and then you'll get to see the behind the scenes. But I'm super excited about all of it. Came back from Yosemite, February rolled around, and I continued to work on projects for typical clients that I work for. Alright, I'm ready when you are. And then I was on a flight to Arizona. Was in Arizona for a few days, flew back, pretty much then flew directly to Maui, was in Maui for 2 weeks, creating content, filming stuff out there. So just a month and a half into this year, I had already been in 4 different states. I was in Hawaii, flew to Oregon for 1 single day, and then flew to Florida, which was a 6-hour time difference during daylight savings time. So tired. And I was there to film part 2 of the Mark project that I was working on. I got to film a spring training game. I had so much fun. It was so beautiful out there. Flew home from Florida, so excited to finally get a day of rest. Ended up with the stomach flu. Got no rest. That's so fun. And then a few days later, I started working on this other project, which was another person's story. That was amazing. I was in an attic space. I was actually really proud of my lighting in that attic space. I posted some of this stuff on Instagram, but you can see right here. I'll put a little insert right here. I'm just really proud of this lighting setup. So,
Yeah.
First, it was gonna be really hard to get a huge light in here, so I wanted to use my basic little newer lights, and then taped up, just put this on a nail and taped it up to the side to diffuse the light. So now we have a really soft light coming this way. And main subject right here. So wanted a backlight. So I have 2 Aperture MCs. And the first one, that, just leaning like that as the back hair light right here. So I'm gonna put this other one way back there to light up the A-frame. And they're magnetic, which is amazing. I'm just proud of it. Okay, cool. And then less than a week after that, I was flying right back down to Vegas to work on another freelance project for another client. Flew back to Oregon, drove to Bend to finish up the other client I was working on, the other half of that project. I'm being really confusing right now, but I'm just trying to express to you, I literally traveled nonstop during the first part of this year, and I've been juggling like 7 to 8 big freelance projects at the beginning of this year. We're in the month of May right now. In May, Evan came out. We went and did a lot of stuff together and created some stuff, had a lot of fun. And coming up for me, I'm gonna be headed out to Hawaii again here soon. The good news is I already have plans to for sure create another YouTube video that you will be seeing from my travel plans in the next month. So I'm really excited to finally be back here and sharing that with you guys. I don't know what my consistency is gonna look like. With what you just heard from me, I still have so much freelance work to finish up. But I've been working really hard to get it done so that I can focus my time more here. If only you knew how excited I was. Like, I really, 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 really would love to do more photography stuff, do more graphic design stuff, do more video stuff, kind of create this brand that is just fun. I don't know, create things and invent products and just have fun instead of just doing the typical old freelance work. Just a quick note, I really appreciate my freelance work. I just always use it as my excuse as to why I don't create for myself or make YouTube videos, and that's why I'm so passionate about this. Cool. And so, if you're interested in following my journey through that, then thank you for being here. It just blows my mind, and you know, I get in my head a lot. I say this kind of stuff, I share that kind of stuff, so that maybe if you're like me, you won't feel alone. Like, I really do get in my head a lot, and Because a lot of the time I'm like, I just want to make stuff with more meaning and that's higher quality, and I don't know, I'll stop myself a lot of the time. And so I just want to encourage you to not do what I do. I can tell you the fear that I listen to most of the time is not that I don't think my stuff is good, it's not that kind of stuff. It's more that I'm afraid to just be another voice on the internet that gives you advice and distracts you from your life. Like, I don't want to be noise for you. And that holds me back a lot because I just really don't want to just be another voice on the internet that you use as a way to distract yourself from what you actually want to go do, or to numb pain and not deal with the hard life that is life. And so I hope that this space can be a place that doesn't do that. That if you do take time to watch my content, that it leaves you better than you were before, not leaves you sitting being like, oh man, I've just been here watching things for so long and everybody else is doing better than me and they're actually doing it. Like, I don't want you to have that mindset. I'm hoping you can see the fact that I'm a human like you who struggles to get myself to do things sometimes. Like, I can do freelance work and do it. But this stuff is hard. And if you want to do this kind of stuff on YouTube, it's hard. But it's so good and it's so rich, and your story is super important. And that's why I know you guys like watching me, is because we like following different people's stories. I mean, my story is my story and your story is your story, and it's just as impactful. I need you to know this. The fact that you are human and that I am human puts us on the exact same playing field. Yes, people have different opportunities in life, but the one thing we can relate on is that we're both human and we both have a story. Your story is important, and if you want to share it, share it. And that's what I'm trying to do here, believing that my story can actually benefit you guys in some way, somehow. I'm so happy that you're here, and I just thank you for being a part of my journey. And yeah, you guys are awesome. And I really hope you have a great day, and I hope you get out there and you create something. Cool. I'm excited for you to see me explore those creative depths of my mind and maybe create some of those videos that I really do want to create that are different. But for now, this is what I have the time for, and I'm happy to just put something out. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.